What's up guys, got the Navee N65i. This is a scooter I'm definitely excited about because it's on the more powerful side of scooters. It is on the budget end of scooters. It's not super budget, but goes up to 25 miles an hour, well almost 25 miles an hour. Has pretty long range. The peak power is at 1,000. So I mean this thing is pretty beastie for the budget side of scooters. And I'm gonna take it through. We're going to do hills, we're going to do a whole bunch of stuff, uphill, downhill, flats. We'll test out all that stuff. And I've had really good experience with Navee scooters. I've reviewed a few of their other scooters and they've all genuinely been really good scooters. So I expect this one to be just as good, if not even better, than some of the other ones that I've reviewed. Alright, so right out of the box, it's pretty much assembled. All you need to do is push this down, open this up, and this part kind of, the handle kind of sticks out. And once you get it aligned with the dots right there, you just push this in, and that's it. Take out this and take out the sign. I mean, it has all the specs and everything right there. But take out the sign and that's it. There's literally no assembly required, which is definitely a plus because, I mean, you could literally take this out of the box and just take it for a ride. Alright, so here's everything that comes inside the box. We have the USA plug right here. This is the power supply. That's what the plug itself looks like. It is 100 to 240 volts. In case you guys are wondering, those are the specs. Output's 54.6 volts at 1.5 amps. If you multiply those two numbers, you get wattage. So voltage times current gives you wattage, which is power. This is an Airtag holder right here in case you guys want to pop an Airtag in the scooter to help with location. And this would go when you're folding the scooter, it pops in there. We have an Allen wrench, we get a quick start guide, and we get the manual right there. And this is what the quick start guide just gives you, again, a quick start guide type of thing, show you guys where the Airtag and stuff goes. Alright, so if you have an Airtag, you would pop it in here, good to go there, and then when you're folding it, you just basically just put it in here and you kind of, not like smash it, but just kind of push it in there. And then bring it back up, and boom, that's it. And the Airtag just stays there. So to fold the scooter is pretty straightforward. You pull this down, you slide this, push this back in, and then for the front, you pull this up, push this down, and basically this part right here, where the bell goes, that slides in, and then you're good to go. And there it is. And because it's like this, when you're popping it inside the trunk, it doesn't take that much space because the handlebar, the length of it, the width of it, not the length, but the width of it, it's just really easy to pop in versus when it's like most other scooters. So I'm gonna bring this back. So if I was folding it like this, and let's say if I were to clip in like this part of it, this width, it'll still fit in my trunk. It's not like, oh, it's gonna be a problem, but it's just much easier to put in when it's like this. And the fact that I could literally just do that without any tools is awesome. We got the rear tail light. This is where it would hook into when you're folding it. We have the rear disc brake. The front brake is actually a drum brake, but this one is disc. The motor is right here. We got some reflectors on the side. We got a very nice rubberized Navee. It's very nice material. And overall, I mean, this thing is beastie because this thing is welded on. It's legit metal. And then we have the power plug right here, as you guys can see. And then, yeah, so 10.5-inch tires, both front and back. Again, this is a drum brake in the front, disc brake in the back. We got the folding mechanism right there. And yeah, and this is what would actually clip in, because you would fold this the other way and then it would basically clip in there. And so for the controls, we have our front drum brake, our rear disc brake. We have the power button, hold it for a second or two, it turns on. We have our signals right here, so that we got the left right here, shows up very nice and bright. Also shows up on the screen right there. And then we have the right side, and if I tap it again, it does cancel it. We have our bell. And this is the part that basically would hook in to basically the hook back there. And then if I tap the power button, it turns on the lights. If I tap it again just once, it turns off the lights. If I double tap, it's going to go from the walking mode to the standard mode to the sport mode and then back again. and then there it is, and there that is. And then we have the speedometer right here. You can also get the NAVEE app, and you can see the Bluetooth is flashing because it's looking for a phone to pair it with, and we have the throttle right here. So here we got the NAVEE app. It linked right away to the scooter, found it right away, paired right away. Zero issues connecting with this thing. So cruise control, I can have it enabled. I'm not a fan of cruise control, so I'm going to have it disabled. Energy recovery, you could have it low, medium, or high. I'll set it to medium. Lights is just tail light on, or if you want to do auto sensing, so we could do auto sensing, so if it detects it's dark, it will automatically turn on. And then you can lock the scooter, so if someone comes and tries to take it, it starts beeping at them and stuff, and it starts becoming very hard to push at this point in time. And then unlock it, and then you're good to go. I feel like something is touching. Alright, we're starting the uphill. This is actually my second time doing this test. The first time, the scooter was capped to 20 miles an hour. Apparently there's a way that you could basically change the top speed to 25 miles an hour. That is not super intuitive. Well, it's not intuitive. It's just you just need to read the instruction manual on how to do it if you're in the US. But I mean, this thing is getting me up the hill. It is slowing down. We are down to 11 miles an hour right now, but I don't have to zigzag so far. And in fact, I did a tougher test with this one last week when I was capped at 20, because I had not changed the setting yet, because I didn't know that that's how you did it. So apparently it is a good idea to read the instructions manual. So I actually reached out to Navee and I asked them, like, hey, you know, like, I thought the top speed was 25, and then they actually sent me a screenshot of the instructions manual, and I was like, oh, it was right there in front of me the whole time. I just didn't realize it. But yeah, I mean, it got me up the hill, no issue. It's a pretty good scooter. I mean, it feels premium. It feels very good. This is my third Navee scooter. Yeah, this is my third one that I'm reviewing. They make really good scooters. From the smaller one to the N65i, I believe it was. They're good scooters. They're premium. They feel fast. And then, yeah, they feel stable. I mean, this one's really no different. I wasn't expecting it to be, you know, I was expecting it to be just as good, if not better. So you can see here, we're going 25 miles an hour. Let's cross the street and we'll do a brake test. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, smooth brakes. All right, so let's go to standard mode. So standard caps out at 12. Yeah, so you're looking at 12 miles an hour on the standard mode. And then on the sport mode, we should be able to get to 25. This one's a slight bit of an incline, but we should be able to pass 20, I would think. On a flat surface, as you guys saw over there, we do get to 25. So keep in mind, I am around 200 pounds, which is 91, 92 kilograms, something like that. So for the scooter to go up the hill, it does take a bit of effort. But I mean, it is going faster than most of the budget scooters at this point in time. This hill is a tougher hill. I typically don't attempt this hill with the budget scooters because most of them can't make this hill. But this one, with some zigzagging, I can actually get up this hill. But yeah, even with this one, this hill is on the tougher side, so I actually have to zigzag with the scooter to make it up the hill. But the fact that I'm actually trying this hill just goes to show you that I have confidence in the scooter. I mean, this is not something that, you know, it's like, oh, okay, it's just flying up the hill. No, but it is getting up there. But again, it is requiring some effort, and I'm like super zigzagging now, more than I want to, but most of the budgets won't actually get up this hill. Oh, there's a car coming. Hope I could zigzag one last time before I get up here. Oh no, the car made it right. Okay, good. All right, so see, made it up this hill, and I mean it's a pretty crazy hill actually. So if we actually like, let's turn around. Just to give you guys a glimpse of the hill that we climbed, because this is it's a pretty steep incline, really. I don't even have to hold the accelerator at this point. I mean, this thing, I mean, it's trying. Final thoughts on this scooter. So overall, this is a pretty good scooter. It's better than most of the budget scooters that I review. It has more power. The fact that I attempted the second hill shows that I had confidence. I mean, I barely got up the second hill. I did have to zigzag, but most scooters wouldn't get up there, and I wouldn't even try it with most of them. This one got up the first hill fairly easily. I mean, not super easily, but I didn't have to zigzag. With the second one, I did have to zigzag. But again, the fact that I tried it shows the motor's powerful. Smoothness wise, it's pretty smooth. There are smoother scooters for sure, ones that have pneumatic tires and a suspension. This one is, I would say, more than smooth enough, considering it has the pneumatic tires. Definitely smoother than some other scooters that are reviewed. Brakes are good, so even when I'm going on the faster downhills, I have confidence that I could stop. And yeah, I really like the fact that it's also very portable. The fact that it comes pretty much assembled right out of the box shows you how portable it actually is. I really like the fact that you could but twist the handlebar. I mean, let's take a stop. I mean, this is awesome. This is the fact that I could do that so easily and pop it into the trunk of my car. It just fits more easily, because now I'm not, I mean, the other scooters, most of the other scooters fit, unless they're the big beefy ones. But then I'm not worried about the width of this. You also have, I mean, it's pretty bright. Like if I'm signaling, even during the day, you could see it. The screen is very visible. The screen itself is a very nice, elegant look. It's not the fanciest screen, but it's a very nice, clean look. Gives you all the information, all the important information, speedometer, battery, and everything, the mode you're in, miles per hour, kilometers. And it's easily readable even during the sun. So overall, I do really like the scooter, just like I like the other two Navee scooters that I reviewed. So when I started riding the scooter, a little bit later, I started noticing a noise where I thought something was stuck inside the fender or something like that. So I stopped and I took a look, and then I noticed that the rotor itself was slightly touching the brake pad side on the right side. So when I got home, I loosened these two screws. I slightly adjusted this whole thing, this caliper or whatever this brake piece is called, and slightly, just a tad bit to the right, and then I tightened them back up, and the noise was gone because no longer was the rotor touching. So it just needed a little bit of an adjustment, and aside from that, this thing is golden.